This is the homework video for Thursday, 9/24/15, and this is out of your math book, number 20. So again, if you haven't done the problem, then you're not ready to watch the video, so turn it off and try to do the problem on your own before you watch the video. Okay, on A, it asked me to find the unit rate and to use the unit rate to write an equation relating the two quantities. So the first thing you have to understand is that it's the shirts that are affecting the cost. So shirts is the independent variable x and cost is the dependent variable y. These should not be switched around. And so they told you that you had 50 shirts and it cost $150. And because this is a proportional relationship and it starts at 0, 0, I can find the constant rate of change by doing y divided by x. So 150 divided by 50 gives me 3. So the constant rate of change, or the unit rate, it means the same thing, unit rate, constant rate, is 3. So for the equation, my equation is going to be cost, C, is equal to 3 times S, 3S. And I want you to label what things represent. So it shouldn't be y equals. If you wrote that, I'd like you to change it, because it's important to use variables that represent the situation that you have in the problem. So C is the cost, and 3 is the cost per one shirt, and S is the number of shirts. B. On this problem, you were talking about video games and cost, and because the number of video games affects your cost, the video games is the independent variable and the cost is the dependent variable. If you were graphing this, this would go on the x-axis and this goes on the y-axis. If I do y divided by x, I'm going to do 62 divided by 14, and that gives me this number. Now, it's important to understand that this is money. That's why I want you to label things with what they represent. In money, in America, the lowest money that we have is pennies, and a penny is 1 cent. And that's 100th. That's 1 cent is 1/100th. So I have to round to the hundredths place here, which is the 2. And so I look to the right. If the number on the right is a 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, then this 2 has to go up 1. And if the number on the right is a 4, 3, 2, 1, or a 0, then the 2 stays the same. And then these will all disappear after I've rounded. So because the number on the right is an 8, that means this has to go up, and so my answer is 4.43, that's $4.43. For my equation, that's the unit rate, by the way. For my equation, C is equal to 4.43 times V, where C is the cost, 4.43 is the cost for one video, or per video, and V is the number of videos. And on the third one, the glasses and the sugar, however many glasses you're making affects how much sugar you use. So glasses is the independent and sugar is the dependent variable in this case. And if you do y divided by x, 18 divided by 3 gives you 6. So now I need to write the equation. I wrote S for sugar equals 3G. S represents the total amount of tablespoons of sugar that I have to use, and 3 represents the amount of tablespoons of sugar per one glass. It's always going to be 3 for one glass, and G stands for the number of glasses. Okay, your homework is done. I hope you have a great night, and the good news is you don't have homework tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. See you tomorrow.